Natalie with leapAheadFitness.com, and this is the final week of the 4-week abs challenge. So we've been spending a lot of time talking about neutral spine and how to maintain it while we're moving in our abs exercises. So I thought for our final week we should get into a more advanced topic, which is spinal articulation. So you're wondering, what exactly is spinal articulation? Well, our spine is composed of 33 different vertebrae, and of those 24 move and 9 are fused. And what we're concerned about is with the ones that move. And those exist in your neck, your rib cage area, and your lower back. And we're primarily going to focus on moving your lower lumbar vertebra and a little bit in moving your thoracic vertebra, which are the vertebrae associated with your rib cage. So let's get started. So we're going to come onto all fours and place your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. And we're just going to do a cat and cow. And I'm sure you've done this exercise before, but I want you to imagine that you're doing this for the very first time. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, pull your navel in towards your spine, and imagine that you have a string attached 2 inches below your belly button that is getting pulled up towards your navel and then up towards your rib cage. And as that gets pulled up and your tailbone draws under, also allow your head to fall forward and your shoulders to stretch. And then inhale and reach your tailbone up towards the ceiling and lengthen through your head and neck. We're going through this arched phase so that you can feel as much movement as possible going into a rounded position. So again, navel pulls in towards your spine and round through your lower back, and allow that feeling of pulling up from your belly button to cause your upper back to move, and then reach through the back of your spine. Now, you want to be moving as much as possible just from your lower back. A lot of people move into cat position like this. So you see only my upper back is moving. And instead, we really want to isolate and move that lower back. So if you have a mirror handy, you could check yourself out in the mirror and see if your lower back is moving or if it's just your upper back. And we also want to make sure that you're not overly hunching or rounding your shoulders here. You're keeping a nice wide chest, and that's going to come in really handy later. So go ahead and arch through your back. All right, good. So your lower back is nice and warm. You've got a sense of movement in there. So we're going to move on to some seated curling, which is going to be really applicable to this week's workout. So place your hands behind the back of your thighs, open your chest nice and wide. Breathe in, exhale, pull your navel in and up through your spine, and tuck your tailbone under. Imagine you have a rolling pin going through your hip bones, and start to roll that back. And you want to place your sacrum down towards the mat first, and you should feel your lower abdominals kicking in right away. And we're just going to hold that in a little bit of a curled position, and then articulate back up. And whenever I say articulate, we're trying to move sequentially through the spine. We're trying to move the vertebrae separately one at a time. So if you can imagine that space, first we're going to gently bring the sacrum, which is part of that fused spine, down towards the floor. But then we're trying to articulate or move one vertebra of the lumbar spine at a time towards the floor. So at this point, I've probably got my bottom 2 lumbar vertebrae. So L4, L5 are touching the floor, and that's it. And we roll back up through the spine. Take one more small for me. Open your chest, sit up tall to prepare. Exhale, pull your belly button in, round your lower back. Press that sacrum down towards the floor. Find your lower lumbar. And then exhale, and then keep that lower lumbar back as long as you can, and lengthen up through your spine. Good. So we're going to go a little lower now, but you still want to make sure to initiate with those lower abs, which is why we start small, so you can feel what it's like to start articulating with the lower back. Good. Once L4 and 5 are down, we're going to bring down the rest of the lumbar spine, which stops right about the base of the rib cage, and then you're going to roll through the rib cage area, release your shoulders all the way, release your head all the way. And we're going to inhale to prepare to come back up. As you exhale, nod your chin towards your chest, curl as if you were just going to lift the head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. And now this is the tricky part. Feel free to hold on your legs if you need to. And keep pressing your ribs back into the mat. Keep pressing your lower back into the mat as you come back up. And it's probably going to feel a little stiff and tight and difficult to move through that part of your spine. But the more your abs work, the more you're going to be stretching that out. and the stronger your abs are going to become as well. So let's do that one more time. Exhale, round your lower back, bring your sacrum towards the floor. Really feel the lower abs initiating this movement down. Once you feel your sacrum's down, feel L5, L4, L3, L2, L1, and then moving through the ribs and releasing the shoulders and all the way back. And doing this slowly is really going to help find that articulation. And nod the chin towards your chest, moving up and over the ribs. And here, as you're coming up higher, careful not to round through your chest. And round. And really press the ribs back and the lower back. Good. And sit up nice and tall. So go ahead and practice those exercises on your own a few times to really help you find how to articulate through your spine. It's going to really help you with tomorrow's workout, which is pretty challenging. So until then, if you've liked this video, please click like below, share it with your friends on Twitter and Facebook, and have a great day.